Homeownership 101. And all Homeownership 101 boils down to is basically, it's kind of like this. Again, we do this every corner class, but just real quick. By show of hands, right? Who here lives somewhere? By show of hands. All right, bet. That's everybody. Oh, you too, Queen?
I do.
We closed?
Yeah, we closed.
We closed. Good. We good. We got you. All right. $250,000 up. Let's go. So, we all got to live somewhere anyway, right? So what we essentially say in home ownership, right, we're going to break it down corner class styles like this. And we need a bigger whiteboard next time. This little mini whiteboard, whatever this 3 millimeter, whatever that means, we need the big one. This is like, I ain't got no room. But we say everything always starts with you, right? So whether you're in the real estate world or you're in the streets, everything starts with you. So if you got to live somewhere anyway, what we're saying is that make it your goal not to be the customer forever, which is being the tenant and living somewhere everywhere, and at least be the owner and where you live, so you're at least making good on your products. It's kind of simple like this. If you gonna smoke weed anyway, it's like if you know you're gonna get high, you're gonna smoke weed anyway. At least buy the ounce, so you're at least breaking even on your money, so you can like kind of break even while you sit. So you smoke some, you sell some, you break even, and you can go back and you re-up. It's the same thing. You're gonna live somewhere anyway. Instead of you being a tenant, and so I'm gonna break it like this one. Bring it back one time. So if you are the homeowner, or excuse me, you're the tenant, it's really simple. You're going to live somewhere anyway. You got two options. You could be the owner of where you live, right? You can own where you live, or you can rent. So when you're being the renter, the customer, essentially what you're doing is that you are working hard, just like a customer out on the corner does, who's getting high on a drug. They work hard, really, really, really hard at work to come pay the drug dealer some money. They bust their butt all week at work to Friday or Tuesday or Monday. Y'all got 20. I got 30. Yo, let me get 6 for 100. So you worked your ass off all week to go put money in the drug dealer pocket. So he go put money in Louis Vuitton pocket, in Gucci pocket. So you bust your butt all week to then take your hard-earned money and then pay rent to the homeowner, where he's going to pay his mortgage company. So he's going to pay his or her mortgage company off your back. And then his property is going to go up in value over time, which is called appreciation, and gain what's called equity, right? From you just paying a mortgage every month. Then so he's going to get the appreciation. These are benefits to owning a home. He's going to get he or she's going to get the cash flow coming from out of your pocket. They're going to get this. They're going to get the power and control of owning the real estate. Right? Because remember, you own real estate, you own the mineral rights below the land, you own the property, and you own the air rights above the land. So while you're paying their rent, they gain all this power, control, and rights. Tax advantages, cash flow, and appreciation and equity. For those who don't know, equity is the difference between what you owe on a property and what it's worth. Property worth $200,000, you might have bought it for $150,000, and then you paid down a mortgage sum to $130,000. So now you owe $130,000, but it increased in value to $200,000. You created $70,000 in what's called equity. Difference between what you owe and what it's worth. So by you being the tenant, being the customer, all you're doing is working hard to give somebody else all of these benefits and advantages. So it's when I liken it back to the street, what I'm saying is what we're saying is that instead of you being the customer, why don't you go purchase the property yourself? Right now, especially in Atlanta, there's like over 17 home buyer grant programs that will give you 100% of your down payment. Invest Atlanta. There's a whole West Side Atlanta initiative, the Urban League. You call the Urban League tomorrow, go research, and they'll tell you a list of investors. They do a seminar once a month at the Urban League. Once a month they do a seminar, home buyer seminar, and for completing that seminar in one day, they'll give you a certificate to get all of these bonuses, these down payment grants and incentives. So you ain't got to put no money down out of your own pocket. Not to mention the down payments right now, we're between 3 and 3.5%. So you can buy a $200,000 house for $6,000 down. And a $200,000 house in Atlanta, a nice damn house. You get a $100,000 house for $3,000 down. So anyway, so since you're gonna be a customer in your own right and live somewhere anyway, you might as well own in that equation, right? Again, it's just like the streets. If you know you're going to get high anyway, you might as well go get the ounce of the pound. Smoke some, sell some, break even. You're going to live somewhere anyway, cool. Live in one side, rent the other side out, break even. Or live in one side and rent the other 3 out and make a profit on your money. Just common sense. Corner class style. So we're going to live somewhere, we're going to buy a 2-unit, 3-unit, or 4-unit, and we're going to live in one, rent the other 3 out, and we're going to make some money while we live. We got to live somewhere anyway. Just like if I was in the streets and I was getting high, I'm going to make some money while I smoke. I'm not going to just smoke and give you all my money. I'm not that stupid. I'm a hustler. Hustle smart, live rich. So now let's break it down to more advanced. So that's homeownership 101. One way everybody can get involved in real estate. Second way, the strategy we teach in the J. Morrison Academy is our first semester of our online program and in our Atlanta campus. That's, I told you again, in Buckhead on Lenox Road, is we cover wholesaling real estate. When you talk about wholesaling real estate, again, it always starts with you. The goal of being a successful real estate investor is this. You got to be knowledgeable and credible. That's the key to it. There's one more I'm missing. I'll remember in a second. I just added one like 2 days ago. But being knowledgeable and credible are the 2 basic and biggest ways that you could be successful as a real estate investor. You can't beat being knowledgeable and credible. Like, nobody's going to buy into you. You ain't going to know what you're talking about anyway. So you got to be knowledgeable and credible. So on the wholesaling side, all it is as simple as this, just like the streets. In real estate, our inventory is houses, property, land, apartment buildings, strip malls, schools, hospitals, hotels, any kind of real property. The whole earth is a ball of real estate. That's our inventory, that's our product, is buildings. So you have to understand how to evaluate buildings to see if they make sense or not. It's no different than in the streets, whether your product is pounds, keys, ounces, or pills. It don't matter. You still got to know your product. You got to know the price of your product, what's a good product, what's good work, what's bad work, what's loud, what's Reggie. You got to know your product. Just like in the streets, you got to know how to evaluate a 14-unit apartment building, a 4-unit apartment, a single-family house, or a plot of land, or a trailer park home, or a strip mall, or a mall. None of that stuff is too big for us. This is how do you evaluate it? How do you make the numbers make sense? Well, how do you find out if the numbers even do make sense? All right, so IG Live, we already off that? All right, boom. So, no different than that. So the way you make money in real estate with no cash or credit, what we call wholesaling real estate, is just like in the streets. In real estate, you evaluate your product, your inventory, houses. If the houses make sense, you contract them. You make an agreement with the seller that gives you the purchase rights to those properties. At the same time, because you're knowledgeable and credible, now here you don't need street cred in real estate and business, you need business cred. You need business credibility. Something that says that you're a legit business man or woman. So if you have business cred, you then can go talk to buyers or investors or homeowners and say, I got a great property under contract. I'm willing to give you my contract or assign it to you for a fee, which is called an assignment fee or wholesale fee. And then you would make that $5,000 fee, $10,000 fee, $30,000 fee, $50,000 fee, $100,000 fee in between without no cash or credit of your own by simply understanding your product, being knowledgeable and credible, and assigning that contract to another party. It's the same thing as in the streets. You don't got to have no money to make money in the streets. You just got to know to connect and know who want to buy work. So if you got a block of guys on your corner or in your town that get money, but they don't got no connect, but you went to college with the connect or the connect's brother, you bumped into him at the casino, whatever the hell you found your connect, but you know that you can get pounds of weed from Cali for $1,800, but these guys over here paying $2,500. That's $700 a pound you make in the middle just for saying A to B. They bought 10 pounds and $7,000. You did nothing. Now, I'm not teaching you how to sell drugs. What I'm trying to say is that it was already happening in the world in the drug game. And even this could get your ass locked up. It's called conspiracy. You ain't got to touch no drugs. All you got to say is, I know her and I know him, and y'all two meet. And he a snitch, y'all going to jail. I got a friend doing 10 years, 12 years right now. Got caught with nothing but words. So for doing this, that's the difference between real estate and the streets. For doing this is a consequence. For doing this. For doing this, there's no consequence but a good consequence. And it's legal. You can market it all day, every day. You can't market this openly. Hey, yo, I got work. Hey, get your ass locked up. But the great part about real estate is that you can market and brand yourself, and you can be as loud as you want. You can have 800, 900 YouTube videos for free. Post on Instagram, IG, Facebook fan page all day for free. And advertise and market your business for free, $99 all day, every day. Not to mention paid mailers, marketers, bandit signs, list source, yellow letters, filter sources, and all the ways you can create leads for your buyers and sellers. If you just learn new simple strategies on how to create leads and how to evaluate properties, you cash out all day, every day. So that's wholesaling real estate. How to do real estate with no cash or credit. But at the very least, everybody should make it their business, whether you're in a position to now or not. There's a time and place to rent. I understand that. But renting should not be forever. It should not be generational. It should be, I'm renting right now, but my goal is boom, 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 boom. My goal is to not be the customer all day, every day. So, next strategy, buying and flipping real estate. We all see it in the HGTV shows. I don't watch them, but y'all probably do. To me, it's made up. We do it in real life. So, in buying and flipping real estate, it's the same strategy as wholesaling. Starts with you. And your inventory. But now when you find inventory that makes sense, you contract it, but you're not interested in necessarily assigning it to somebody for a fee, because you don't need to at that point, because you done stacked your fees up, and now you're ready to go be the connect yourself. Just like in the streets. You might middleman for a little while, but if you got some sense about you, you're going to figure out how you could better position yourself and get product cheaper. Same thing in real estate. You're going to better position yourself. Again, whether it was pounds, birds, or pills, you're going to just buy now, because now you got the money. You're going to buy this real estate now that you got the money, and you're simply going to sell out to a family, or an investor, an end buyer, or whomever got the cash, and make your profit. Same thing here. You're going to buy out, and you're going to sell now to the block. Instead of just being a middleman to the block, you're going to be the connect, you're going to buy, you're going to sell, and make even more money than you would as a middleman, because you put your own money up. So if you're not putting your own money up, it limits your liability and your risk, but it also limits your profits. But by putting your own money up, you now put yourself in a position to get a larger reward. Same thing in real estate. This money can be put up through your cash, through private partnerships, through conventional financing, hard money financing, VA financing, FHA financing, soft money financing. However, there's a million ways to skin this cat, but you got to be, again, knowledgeable and credible. And it gets real easy. You got to learn how to put strategies together. You just buy low, sell high. No different than a t-shirt company or anything else. You buy t-shirts for lower. You may just sell them plain, no printing or nothing. I just got t-shirts for cheap from China, and I'm selling them wholesale out. Or you may buy t-shirts, do a little fixing up, a little rehab on them, put a little logo or a phrase, and now you sell it for $20 a shirt. What made a t-shirt worth $20? From the fact that it was $3 for you to get from China. A $4 screen print? No different than a property. What made it worth more? Because you bought it for less, or you bought it and you renovated it, and then you added value, and you sold it for more? Buy low, sell high. Or buy low, improve it, and then sell high. And then lastly, is our buy and hold strategy. Well, not lastly on this board anyway. So we call it buying and holding real estate, right? So the epitome of it is all about cash flow. So again, it starts with you. And your inventory. But now you're like, you know what? I don't want to buy and flip and just get a check. I don't want to just buy and flip and then I'm out of the picture. I want to keep my money making money for me. I want to keep my money turning over for me. How can I get residual income, more cash flow? So in this instance, you're buying and you're renting the property. Also, the money can cash flow out. And come back to you. It's no different than being on a block. You can buy and flip to the block, or you can buy and supply the block. And now you got the block giving you money every day because you got workers out there in the block giving you money. Instead of flipping out and just getting a big lump sum, now you got money coming in every day off your block, every week off your block, or every day or every month off your rentals. It's a cash flow game. And these are the core strategies of real estate. Home ownership, you can wholesale real estate, no cash or credit, be a middleman and woman and get a fee. You can buy and flip, or you can buy and hold, be lord of the land, and get residuals. And those are the basic individual strategies of real estate. And so I want to talk to us about a fifth strategy that we're using with the Tulsa Fund, and that we are starting to push now, that our launch is on the way, and that everyone's have an opportunity with, but this is where we step it up as a community. These are, what I just showed you, are your individual strategies to investing in real estate. Real quick, if anybody wants to get an IG video, snap, or whatever this picture like, this is the real estate blueprint. This is what the gurus pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get on the radio and say, hey, I'm flipping houses in Atlanta and I want you to come down to my seminar. Like that, it's just this. Real simple. These are your strategies how you're going to make money in real estate. Either you'll own your own home, you're going to wholesale real estate, no cash or credit, being a middleman or woman, you're going to buy and flip using creative financing strategies, or you're going to buy and hold and get cash flow. That's it. What you can't beat is understanding all the nuances of this. How do you evaluate a deal? How do you find an ROI? How do you find a cap rate? How do you find a purchase ratio? How do you market your company? How do you build a strong corporate veil? How do you brand your company? How do you get your tagline, your logo? How do you negotiate deals? How do you read contracts? How do you understand financing? How do you understand LTVs? You know what I'm saying? Like those little nuances and details is what you gotta learn. The strategy is really basic, and it works all day, every day. It's the oldest industry in the book. Look, everything on here is owned by somebody. Every property on here. Where you go next is going to be owned by somebody. It might be you or somebody else. I got it. Thank you, Queen. That's it. When you wake up tomorrow, whether you go to job, work, school, it's owned by somebody. God forbid you get sick and you got sick, you got to go to a doctor tomorrow, hospital, it's owned by somebody. You go worship tomorrow, church, mosque, or temple, it's owned by somebody. So it ain't like ain't no rocket science here. You're going to make money in real estate one way or another, you're going to be the customer. Real simple. You go to the club, what you do? You rent out a section. You're renting out a section. You're renting out a space of real estate. No matter what, every clothing store, every restaurant, same thing. Every hotel, same thing. So here's how we participate in real estate on a higher level. But before I do, I want to give you guys a foundation of how our community should look at it, and how people in general, of any community, of any ethnicity, color, or descent, should understand money. This is how the big banking institutions kind of got us all gassed. So this is my chart. This is what we call the opportunity cost of money. And tomorrow night we're teaching a lecture right here at our office in Buckhead. If you guys want to come out, it's a private wealth mastery class, private master's class. Opportunity cost of the dollar. Looks like this. So we have this saying that everyone with money has the same problem. Everybody has the same problem when you have money. Whether you got 10K, 100K, or 1 million or more, you got the same damn problem. If that money is sitting in cash, you got 10K, 100K, or 1 million sitting in cash, the problem you have is that your money is making you 0% interest on your money. It's growing dust, growing mold, going bad, and actually is losing 3% interest a year. It's going negative 3% a year because the cost of living, which is called the cost of inflation or inflation rate, is 3% a year. So if you got cash sitting, 10,000, say you just say, you know what, I got 10,000 saved, I'm just gonna sit on it. You just sit on it for a year because you're just scary as hell, you don't want to do nothing, it's just some little just in case money. That 10K a year is actually losing 3% every year. It's doing you nothing. If you got 100K just sitting, it's losing 3% every year. It's doing nothing. Well, you got cash sitting, right? Now, if that money's in a savings account, so we can talk about, you got that money in a bank, in a saving account you're getting like 1% or less. If you got it in a CD, getting you maybe 3% on interest on a 3-year CD, that means you're getting if you got it in this CD getting 3% or a bank, that means you're getting $300 on 10,000, 3,000 on 100,000, or 30,000 on a million. So you got $1 million sitting because someone told you to be parked in this instrument, giving you 3% interest. You're making $30,000 on your million, but I'm making $30,000 in 4 months off of 100,000. down payment on 2 apartment buildings. Opportunity cost of money. You got your money parked in the wrong place. So you always got to look at, I got some money, whatever it is, 10, 100, or a million, but what is my money doing for me now, and what could it be doing parked in a better way, in a more strategic vehicle? So then you got your money in, you got it in these mutual funds, in these stocks, right? So you got it in stocks or 401ks, mutual funds. Just say that stock or that mutual fund or 401ks is doing outstanding and it's giving you an outstanding 6%. That's outstanding in the market. Even say 7%. That means you're getting $700 on 10,000 over a year. You're getting 7,000 on 100,000 over a year. Or you're getting 70,000 on a million. At 7% in your stock market 401k mutual fund. And the average one is not even doing that. The S&P index has been down. So when you look at these numbers, we gotta look at the opportunity cost of our money. Where else could my million be parked? What else could I do with 100,000? So you got 100,000 parked in a 401k, pension, or mutual fund, and all you get in is $7,000 a year. And mind you, for those of you who don't got pensions, mutual funds, or 401ks, it's still for you. I'm gonna tell you why it's for you in a second. Because this is why I say you gotta be knowledgeable and credible. Because this conversation might not be for you to apply right now, but what about your mom, or your dad, or your aunt, or your cousin, or your favorite uncle, or your teacher or professor that really rock with you real hard? You can educate the next person on their opportunity cost of their money, and if you're knowledgeable and credible as an investor, their investment money might be your private financing you need on your deal. You can wake somebody up to wake them out of their opportunity cost financial sleep to say, hey, Unc, you got 90 grand from your veterans pension sitting there getting you 4%. You take that same 90 grand and you could put a 20% down payment on a $450,000 apartment and turn that over 4 or 5 times, plus get power and control and equity appreciation, cash flow, tax advantages, all from the same money you got sitting there doing nothing anyway. We'll trust Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. We'll trust the bank to go invest our money and loan out our money, but you don't trust your damn self. You worry about Social Security instead of self-security or those around you. So as a young investor or new investor or someone looking to scale as an investor, you potentially got money all around you ain't tap into, but the problem is because, one, you're not knowledgeable or you're not credible. Because in order for someone to trust you with this kind of investment, for instance, case in point, one of my partners on this 14 unit here is a retired veteran who had money in his pension. We had the same conversation, and now he's getting a 33% return on his money. He took his money out of his veteran's pension, former Marine sergeant, took his 4 or 5% interest he was getting off the same money, parked it into an apartment building, now he get 33% interest. Plus tax flow through, appreciation, and equity, because we bought the properties with equity already in them. This is real life stuff. We're just not being smart and financially astute and savvy enough, so they just play us. We want to be the little dumb Negroes, then cool, they're going to milk us. Unless we're sophisticated and savvy enough to go make money on our own and learn how to do for self and invest for self. You don't need, forget what Jay Morrison say, men lie, women lie, numbers what? No. Men lie, women lie, numbers what? No. Numbers don't lie. If you got your money parked in any kind of these financial vehicles and you getting pennies on your returns, go look at the average, go Google it for you, go Google it, look it up, research it for yourself, the average returns on real estate investments. Like 12% returns is weak to us. Like 16 is weak to us. Like we're looking at 20s and 30s and better. So why would I have my money parked here for? For what? You all got the same opportunity, same capacity. If you are intentional about just getting a knowledge base. Simple. It's not that hard. It's just new information. And so we talk about that. What happens when we put our money into real estate investments? And so when we do that, we put ourselves in position for those 12% plus returns, plus the equity and the returns, and the cash flow, and the tax advantage, etc. And we win all across the board. I have several NFL and NBA professional athlete clients who have the same basic conversation with. Why you got $7 million parked in a bank getting you a 6% return? Off that same $7 million, you could leverage it and get a $21 million building that'll make you $500,000 a year. Net, plus tax flow, plus tax advantages. It's just because you're scared to do something different, so you want to trust them to invest your money for you, but they ain't scared to do it. People act like you never heard of the stock market crash or the Great Depression. Like, you trusting a stockbroker with your money means it's safe. Like Trump with all his fools, just like Russia can't bomb or like our shit can't drop or something. So you got all your money parked with these banks. You feeling so trustworthy over your money, like they gonna do the right thing with your money instead of you just being smart and doing the right thing with your money your damn self. Self-security. No different. So now I want to talk about, well, two things. I'm hopping to Tulsa Real Estate Fund and how we do it together. But for those of you who are here and on our live stream, etc., there's also tomorrow, as I told you, right? If you guys go for tomorrow's event, tomorrow's event is basically how to invest or do real estate with your 401k, IRA, we can even include stocks in there, or pension. So we're doing this class tomorrow, right in Buckhead. God bless you. If you want to register for this class, it's jmorrisonacademy.com. And when you go there, click the events tab or just go /events. You can register for tomorrow's class. It's a private mastermind for those who want to learn the strategies. We have a financial expert from our team, Renikia Williams. She'll be there tomorrow. She's going to be teaching along with me how to invest your 401k, IRA, stocks, and your pension into real estate. Simple. Show you how to transfer it, how to avoid penalties, what's the most cost-effective way to do it. And for those of you who don't have these, but you want to learn how it's done, so you can go have a sophisticated conversation with someone around you about it, my new investors, my young investors, my quote-unquote wholesalers, go learn some new strategies that you can be able to create a bank for yourself, private funding for yourself. You learn these strategies and you would tell someone else around you in your network who has a pension, a 401k, an IRA, a stock, how they can take that money and invest and partner with you in order to acquire assets. If you don't got the knowledge base, you can't have a conversation with nobody. You just theorize them or refer them to us and we'll take care of them. Well, we gonna eat though. So this is an opportunity for you to learn how to do it yourself, how to go fish. So jmorrisonacademy.com/events. The event tomorrow is from 7 to 9 p.m. And that's gonna be in Buckhead at our office. So I wanna hop into Tulsa real quick. So that fifth more